Here at home, another White House meeting this morning failed to break the deadlock on raising the national debt ceiling. With that deadline just 10 days away now, leaders on both sides were racing to craft a solution. That's when they weren't pointing fingers. Senior White House correspondent Bill Plante has more.
The faces of the president and congressional leaders said it all. They spent an hour today trying to pick up the pieces after talks collapsed yesterday. With a grand bargain to cut spending and reform the tax code off the table for now, the focus today was on finding a way to prevent the government from defaulting and financial markets from panicking. With Congress now scrambling to come up with a solution, the president asked for progress reports throughout the weekend. After House Speaker John Boehner pulled out of the talks, an angry President Obama complained that he'd been left at the altar.
One of the questions that the Republican Party is going to have to ask itself is, can they say yes to anything?
Boehner, just as irritated, accused the president of bad faith.
The White House moved the goalpost. There was an agreement on some additional revenues.
White House senior officials said the talks broke down over three issues. Republicans thought they had agreement to raise $800 billion in new revenues over 10 years, but the White House wanted $1.2 trillion. The two sides disagreed over the scale of cuts to the Medicaid program. And Democrats objected to a provision that would get rid of the requirement that all Americans be covered by the health care law if Congress did not agree to further cuts. In a statement following today's meeting, the White House called on Congress to refrain from playing reckless political games with our economy and emphasized the president's strong opposition to a short-term extension of the debt ceiling, saying it would be irresponsible to put our country and economy at risk again in just a few short months, echoing Mr. Obama's statement of yesterday.
The only bottom line that I have is that we have to extend this debt ceiling through the next election into 2013.
And that election, of course, is very much on everybody's mind. The Speaker's office shot right back, saying it would be too bad if the president vetoed a short-term increase in the debt ceiling just because it was an inconvenient timing for his re-election campaign. Russ?
Bill Plante at the White House. Thanks a lot.